So, Larry, you get to be one of these 4 characters. Which ones do you want to be?
I'll be the bottom.
Okay. Justin, which one do you want to be?
I'll be the black chicken.
Okay. Hang on a second. Alright, you sure you don't want to play? It's 4 people.
Okay.
Okay, well, come in here and sit down.
This is relaxing.
It's very relaxing. Who do you want to be? The top or left?
Me is a black girl.
Justin is.
Oh.
Top or
Be
left?
a white girl then.
Alright. So remember who you are.
Aren't you playing?
No. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives week by week unaware. So who is blue? Rachel, where do you want to go?
Gardens.
Rachel's going to the gardens. What do you want to do?
Meditate.
Spend the week in deep meditation. You gain magic and mind. Walking past a pond one day, you see a fat little frog sitting on a lily pad.
This is the whole thing. That's pretty cool.
Please, miss, the frog begs. I'm not a frog at all, but I am an enchanted prince. If you could see your way to kissing me, it would break the curse and return me to normal. What do you want to do? Kiss the frog or catch it?
Kiss it.
Rachel will kiss the frog. You bend down and kiss the frog. You feel curious stirring like a curse is trying to break. Fortunately, you don't seem to be magical enough to get the job done.
You just taught this to me.
Yeah. you just got the frog STD. The frog thanks you for your efforts and hops off sadly.
Oh.
You wake up the next morning with a bad case of lip wart.
Oh, yeah.
You lose 1 charm. Who's green?
Me.
Alright. Where do you want to go, Larry?
I want to go to the main castle.
So the palace.
Palace.
You want to do administration work or attend the ball?
Tend the ball. See if I can
spend the week at Fancy Catherine. You gain 2 charm and a finesse. One day, you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you didn't understand the joke at all. You want to ask for an explanation or try and figure out the joke on your own?
Try to figure out the joke on my own.
You never managed to figure it out.
You suck. You dumb-tard.
You've begun coming to terms with the fact that your sense of humor is lacking. Being more self-aware, you manage to exude an aura of confidence. You gain 1 charm.
Alright.
Justin.
Take me to the arena.
Compete or bet?
Compete.
Spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and a finesse. While wandering around the halls between matches, you spot your former lover, Kelly. Didn't you have this one?
I'm a dyke.
An awkward exchange happens in which you want to know how they're doing without seeming to care too much. Didn't you date a kid for like 2 weeks named Kelly? Alright. So it doesn't have to be a girl.
That's true.
He had an extra E in his name.
And you also looked like a girl.
He looked like a ginger.
He looked like a ginger.
A little ginger.
He was like smaller than her.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, Jean, one of the most popular fighters in the arena, butts into the conversation. Hey Kelly, sorry to interrupt, but we've got to leave right away if we want to make it to your mother's in time. You say an awkward goodbye as they walk off holding hands. How do you feel? Feel happy or extremely jealous? I think I had this one right.
Let's go with happy.
You feeling happy for the ex? Feel good, both of you moved on. This encounter, despite its awkwardness, was refreshing. Gain 1 charm.
Refreshing points.
They say that the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart, but that was so very, very long ago. Rachel, where do you want to go?
The palace.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I want to attend the ball.
You spend the week doing fancy gatherings, 2 charm and a finesse. One day, the king approaches you.
I like your tatters. You're my harem.
I dodged you from spitting the pop all over myself. Excuse me, but you look like someone who I can confide in, he says.
What? Dude.
I really want a prince to take over the throne, but the queen and I aren't exactly active in the bedroom.
Oh!
He blushes a little, like everybody else is doing right now.
Got a little
Do you have any advice on how I could romance the queen, so to speak? Teach the king your way.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
You want to?
Use a hoe!
You spend hours drawing a bunch of coming through the scenarios with the king. By the end of it, he's just as charming as you are.
Oh my God.
Do you think she would hand you a large sack of coins as a reward? You gain 3 wealth.
You're like such a hoe.
You later that night, you get the sinking feeling that you might have actually made things worse. Green.
So me, we're
Yep.
going to the tavern.
Bartend or drink?
We're drinking, hell yeah.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and physique.
How do you gain a physique from getting wasted? Like lifting
The beer bugs over and over again. One day the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. We were just speaking of that. You want to enter or spectate?
We're entering.
You sign up for the dart
Recording
tournament.
this?
Yes. Ready to
What's
prove?
that?
Yeah. Ready to prove your dart throwing prowess. The video's off though.
No, okay.
You play a decent game of darts and end up coming in 3rd place.
Sweet.
You win 1 wealth.
Yeah.
I was ready for nothing.
Yeah. Justin,
I'm gonna go to the hospital.
The hospital's gross.
clean up or tend to patients?
Clean up. Hopefully I won't get an infection like you
Spend,
did.
yeah.
I'm wearing a glove.
Yeah. You spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is as clean as it can be. You gain a mind, physique, and 1 wealth. One day, the bloodletting leeches somehow
Oh my
escape
God.
from their containers. Leeches start flooding into the hallway. There are people screaming everywhere as leeches slither towards them. Somebody do something, yells one of the doctors. I'm gonna be a great storytime reader. Or bedtime reader. You want to zap the leeches with magic or use yourself as bait?
Oh God. I'll be trying with magic.
Okay. You wave your wand, unleashing a wave of magic to disintegrate the leeches. Your magic ability isn't what you thought it was. The spell fizzles out before it even reaches the leeches. Regardless, the leeches make their way out of the hospital and end up infesting all of the nearby waterbeds.
That's nasty.
It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, the air went still. Rachel?
Slums.
Head to the slums.
Going for you.
Pickpocket or fight crime?
Fight crime.
You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain a mind, physique, and a finesse. One night, a man walks up to you. Excuse me, miss, feeling a little lonely tonight? He asked.
Use a hoe! What's wrong with you?
So I can draw you a few diagrams.
With my
For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night.
Ooh!
Sure, 2 or no thanks.
Sure.
You hand them over a small sack of coins, you lose 2 wealth. On your way to your house, you start about talking philosophy, history, magic, everything really. The 2 of you have an amazing conversation that goes well into the morning.
Okay.
You gain 2 mind and 2 charm.
That ain't bad.
The man apologizes for the lack of sex, but thanks you for the chat.
I'm glad I'm so classy.
He refunds you back half of what you spent. You gain 1 wealth. Green.
We're going to the alchemy tower.
Clean or brew?
We're gonna brew some.
You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and a mind. One day while in the tower, one of the alchemists asks you to watch his potion while he's out. Soon after he leaves, the potion begins bubbling out of control. If you don't do something soon, it'll explode. Throw it out the window or drink
Throw
it.
it out the window.
I'll drink it. Drink it.
Don't give me the
Drink it.
We'll drink it.
Drink it.
Oh God, you spineless.
You quickly drink the potion. Your stomach can't seem to handle the potion. Fire erupts up your esophagus, and for a solid minute, you're shooting a jet of fire from between your lips.
Now I've got a fire in my belly.
Oh my
That burns. You lose 2 physique.
Oh.
Drink the
What a
damn-
learning experience,
Yes.
though. You gain 1 more.
Hey!
Basically.
We're going to peer pressure.
Go to the
Yeah.
slums. Or can I not go?
Yeah, I should be able to go there. Nope, can't go to the slums this turn.
Damn it. Go to the gardens. Meditate.
You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain a magic and 2 mind. One day, you come across an elderly man snoozing on the grass.
Oh God.
You there, young person. He waves you over. I'm having an awful time trying to nap in the bright sun. Do you mind giving me some shade?
What?
Do you want to block the sun for the old man or decline? I wish I was filming this.
Am I just gonna be like
You're just standing
flailing out my
Yeah.
tails,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
blocking the
Yeah, you're
sun?
just gonna block the sun so this dude can take a nap. Or you want to say, piss off.
Yeah, give me a nice tan. I don't need. I'm already black, but whatever. I'll block the sun.
Block the sun?
Old fucker.
Ages seem to pass as you stand in the hot sun, the wizened old man sleeping peacefully in your shadow.
Then dude, just go under a
The
tree.
sun is sweltering, and after some hours, you begin to feel faint. Gradually, everything grows dark. When you awaken, it is evening in the garden, and an ancient, gnarled tree stands where the old man was sleeping.
Yes.
For witnessing this miraculous event, you gain 1 magic.
Okay.
That was the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life.
And then the world was a howling fury, chaos screaming, the sound of all we do being pulled in half. Week 4. Rachel?
Palace.
Now you guys can go back and do the same thing and things will change.
Do administration work.
You spend the week doing paperwork for the palace. You pay 2 wealth and you gain a mind. One day the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle? He asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small
You
sum.
so hoe! What's wrong with you?
Sure.
You spend the day with the jester, practicing your juggling technique. You improve dramatically. You gain 2 finesse. You gain another 2 finesse. You happily pay the jester for your services. Who's 1 wealth? Larry?
Go into the forest.
Chop or hunt?
Hunt.
I pick hunt.
Oh, you should have chops, then you can gain your physique, which is
Shut up.
You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth.
Nice.
One night, through the trees, you spot a group of cloaked figures all standing in a circle.
Okay.
They are all chanting in unison.
Kill the blacks.
There is a burning cross behind them.
Oh, mighty lord of the night,
Look away.
master of beasts, bringer of pain and
Derision.
Thanks for helping me out on the big words. One of them runs from out of the darkness towards the rest of the group. Sorry, everyone, but I was reading this calendar wrong, he says. We were supposed to summon the demon yesterday. Now we have to wait a whole year to try again.
No.
Retards.
There's a collective sigh as the group disperses. You learned a bit about demon summoning. You gain 1 mind and magic.
I want to go. Yeah, I want to go to the slums.
Okay, slums this time.
Pickpocket.
You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a small child approaches you with his hands cupped and outstretched towards you. He doesn't say anything, but just looks up at you with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. You want to give him some coin? Tell him to bug off.
I'm gonna be a bad character. This would ignore him.
Okay. He walks away, clutching at his stomach.
Oh.
The next night, you notice him, and he looks very weak. You feel terrible. You lose a mind.
What the hell?
When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten? Rachel?
Tavern. Bartend.
You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. Gain wealth and tips, and gain 2 charm. But you a hoe.
Yeah. You the hope.
One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. You want to enter it or spectate?
Enter.
You down pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. You end up blacking out.
No.
When you come to, you find yourself in a home you don't recognize and all in your underwear. Your clothes are nowhere to be found, and you seem to be the only one home. What happened?
I don't know.
Then they got rough.
Larry.
Let's go to the arena.
Compete or bet?
More bet.
Bet.
Throw some money on some fights.
You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 1 wealth.
Nice.
During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. There's a lot of buys in there. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. You want to offer to settle or defend yourself?
I'm gonna defend myself. That's some bullshit.
You object. Holding you responsible for a stray weapon is absurd.
Absurd.
The judge agrees and dismisses the case.
Boom! Court case.
What's the small claims court?
Right there.
With $55 million,
Too well. Get out of that court.
I'll tell you what, justice came out of
Justin, you're up.
Oh, make me that damn forest.
Going on.
Chopper hunt.
Chop down wood.
Spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day, you stumble upon a dryad picking flowers in a field. Upon noticing you, she runs up to you excitedly. "Excuse me, miss, would you care to dance?" she asks. "I've been wanting to dance for so long, but nobody else has been around to dance with," she sighs. "I'd love to dance, or I don't dance."
I don't dance.
"Well, you're no fun," she replies.
Oh, you're a bitch.
She turns into a flurry of leaves and flies away.
Oh, you missed your chance.
That was a beautiful encounter. You feel enlightened just witnessing it. You gain 1 mind.
Wow.
The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Last turn. Rachel?
Gardens. Meditate.
You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain magic and mind. One day you spot a man drinking water from out of the pond.
That's nasty.
Suddenly he screams.
No, Dad!
You look over to find him covered in leeches.
The leeches attack!
How did that happen? I wonder why.
What do you do? Save him with magic or get out of there?
You made your choices, dummy.
We'll save him with magic.
Freaking drinking him out of a goddamn
You try prying the leeches off the man, but there's too many
How's
of
that
them.
magic?
You end up getting bit a lot in the process. You lose 1 physique.
Let me magically take this leech off you.
You begin to give up when the man stops squirming. Too much of him devoured to still function. You make a break for it and get to safety. You go by the well later in the night to find only a pile of bones.
bleaches are those? Jeez, OP. We can go to...
Like I said, you can do the same stuff that you've already done.
Let's go to the hospital.
Okay? Clean up or tend?
I'm going to tend to some patients.
You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and a wealth. One day, while in the maternity ward, you notice a woman about to give birth.
Oh, I think I've had this one.
The baby she birthed is no ordinary
I had
baby,
this one.
however. Its skin is pitch black and shiny, and its eyes glow like an orange flame. It wrestles itself from the doctor's hands and tries to fly away. "Stop that demon," yells the doctor. "You want to use your strength or use magic?"
Use my strength.
You know you have none,
4.
right?
Your magic is 8.
Huh?
You have.
Physique is
Oh,
4.
yeah, I probably should use magic.
Okay. With a wave of your wand, you put up a magical barrier blocking the exit. The demon bounces right off of it and collapses onto the ground. Quick thinking. You gain a mind. The doctor runs up with a scalpel and quickly slits the demon's throat.
That's a badass doctor.
Yeah.
Your mouth goes agape at the doctor's merciless
Merciless.
killing of a baby.
Merciless.
He shrugs and walks away. Whatever.
Let's go, demon. Whatever.
Alright.
Do it.
Tavern.
Bartender drink.
Might as well get wasted.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and a physique. One day, while in tavern, a heated argument erupts between two patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. You want to join or break up? You jump into the thick of the fight and let loose some pent-up rage on some unsuspecting patrons.
Yeah.
You gain a physique from all that exertion.
Damn good.
The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become, our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Alright, Rachel, what do you want your role to be now? I don't know what your physique is because my screen's blocking it.
I'll be... What's finesse do?
I don't know.
It's probably like leader stuff. I'll be a leader.
Rachel's going to try to be the leader. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You effectively delegate and prioritize tasks. You give a lot of pats on the back, rewarding everyone's hard work. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot. Alright?
Green. Let's see here. I'm going to be the builder.
Larry picks the builder. You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You can barely manage to lift a brick. Your physique is only 4. You end up dropping and breaking so many supplies that you actually hinder the rebuilding effort.
Dang it, Larry.
What?
Justin, what do you want to be?
Looter.
Looter!
I'm trying to spite everyone else's effort.
You break into abandoned buildings and hoard together everything for yourself. You gain 3 wealth.
That's useless.
You gain another 3 wealth.
Useless again.
This hurts the survival effort.
Derp.
And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected or even wanted. But in the end, we were defeated. Those of us left struggled to put our home to rights. But the effort was futile, doomed. The city bled survivors, eventually becoming a husk, a dead thing. And perhaps the Yawhg was only partly to blame.
Mostly to blame is Justin!
I know.
Well, you want to freaking sleep around with everyone? Jesus!
To attempt to distract yourself from the disasters unfolding around you, you try meditation. You spend weeks at a time sitting in one spot trying to cross to another plane of existence. After years of attempts and self-sacrifice, you finally manage to cross over to the astral realm. You come to find that the astral realm is exactly like the normal world, except everyone's eyes are slightly smaller.
You just went to Asia.
Everything is just as wrecked and broken as it is over there. You don't know how to get back home.
It's smoggy over there.
The Yawhg traumatized you deeply, Larry.
Man, you can't lift shit.
Despite everything starting to be okay now, something in you snapped.
Oh.
Maybe it was witnessing a baby floating face down in the water.
Oh.
Maybe it was when you found a man skewered on a fence, still squirming slightly, his eyes an empty void. Perhaps it was when you saw a group of kids that were trapped in the school had resorted to eating their rotting teacher's corpse.
What?
Jesus!
Whatever it was, you can't help but drink. You drink so much, you're not entirely sure what is real and what's an illusion. One day you look into a mirror and your eyes are empty. Hollow. Justin, you escape the ruling town with giant bags of coins, jewels, and unreliable trinkets. You move to a new city, living a life of luxury and elegance.
That's terrible.
Unfortunately, the new city you move to has their own horrible evil, the Yawhg, whatever. The Yawhg sweeps through the city, tearing apart everything you know. This time, when you go to rummaging through the debris for valuables, you encounter a group of people doing the same. You get into a knife fight with one of them, which results in you bleeding out on a pile of rubble. And there you go. There's the game. Congratulations, guys. You suck.
Dang it!
That was one of the most.
What?
That was the worst.
That was depressing.